everybody, Brandon Parker back again with another tutorial video. This is kind of a tutorial, but not really. It's more like showing you, it's a little bit of both. So this is more showing you some of the classic emulators and the new stuff that I use today. So what I'm going to do to jump in first is I'm going to jump into how to show you some of the I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I use to do my PC gameplays, recording all that, emulator stuff from the Nintendo, Sega, all that stuff. And right now I have my PS3 controller connected, and if you want this connected to your computer and you don't know how to do this, I recommend you first installing DS3 tools, which is also known as Motion Joy. So I'll put a link in the description, and this is how you get your PS3 controller connected to your PC. And then, okay, so once you have it connected to your PC, you're going to want to select, I'd say select this one all the time, the Xbox 360 controller emulator. Always have that one selected, okay? And then this should come up, and then do this, okay? And then make sure you never exit out of this unless you don't want to use your PS3 controller anymore. Leave it open whenever you want to use your PS3 controller on your PC. So leave this open, okay? There's another program called Xpader. Let me go to that. Let's go to computer. I have it in downloads, and it's Xpader. This can be, it's not a program that you install, it's just a program that you can place it wherever you want and open from anywhere. So you just download it. Xpader was free at one point, but I found at the end of the day that it isn't. But the one that I have is a free version because I don't want to pay for it because I don't really use this anymore. I don't really need it. But I only have it because like now, because what I had before was older one and it was free, so I just used that. But I know the newer version of it, you have to pay like $10 for it, which is not a lot. But Xpader, okay, open this up, okay, and start. Okay, yeah, alright, start using it, start. Default save location, program location, okay, associate, okay, yes, whatever, and then go to open. Okay, we're gonna open up one of these. My Xbox, open this up. It's called that. It's my, see, watch it. I don't have these set up to anything. So say if I click this. If I click this, it would emulate whatever on the keyboard. That's what I use this for. I use Xpader for any game that doesn't accept the Xbox 360 controller. But even then, I kind of do away with Xpader completely, because if the game is nicely done to play without if it's nicely done to play on keyboard, then I'll just play it on the keyboard and ignore my controller. The only reason why I use my controller, would want to use it, is if I'm having trouble controlling my character and it doesn't feel right. Like Call of Duty does not feel good or feel right to even play it on PC. That is why I'm debating. I'm not sure if I want the new one on PC or if I want the Advanced Warfare. I'm not sure if I want it on PC or my PS3, because I'm not really sure on that. And for the PS4, I'm going to wait because I don't have the PS4 right now, so I'm going to wait on that one. So this is what I use Xpader for any game that doesn't feel right on the keyboard, which should, if like I can play Quake and it's meant to be played on the keyboard. It runs really nice on the keyboard. It feels comfortable. I can move my character nicely. I can move my mouse the way that I want, and I can play really nicely on it. On Call of Duty, I can't do that on a keyboard and mouse. So this is why I would use Xpader when it's only meant for keyboard and mouse, but it doesn't feel good for it. like Star Wars The Old Republic, I don't need a controller for that. And actually trying to use X-Painter, actually it feels uncomfortable. So it may feel uncomfortable using the keyboard playing Star Wars The Old Republic, but after playing an hour with the game, you get used to it and it feels comfortable and nice, and you can move your character very nice and easy. So I use my keyboard with this game. So and it's actually meant to be, because it's really nicely done. So that's why I say only use X-Painter just for in case you really can't use the keyboard and you want to use your controller. Then you can connect your PS3 or Xbox 360, whatever controller you have, even your USB one, because they have USB controllers that are just meant to play on a computer hooked up to your computer. But since they got programs out there for your PS3, and I'm pretty sure they got some for the Xbox 360, I just haven't looked into that yet. But some games, I'm not going to say all, but some games accept the Xbox 360 controller. So that's why if you have a PS3 controller, you need this program, which I already have it open, and it's right here. So this program, and I just go to here and leave it default, whatever, go back to profiles, leave this page, and I'm on this one all the time. Okay, so that's that with your controller and having it set up the way that you want. Okay, so let's go into the emulators that I use before I go into my Game Capture HD, which is what I use for my PS3. A lot of people may know this, so that's why I'm going to talk about that last, what I do to show myself in my videos. Because people may know how to record, may know what this is, but don't know how to show themselves in the videos. So I'm going to show you that with all the emulators as well that I'm going to get into right now. Okay, let's go into, I can go to computer from here because I have this. I always have the habit of wanting to open this up to search for everything. It's kind of how I used to do it on my Mac, and I do that here too as well. And I kind of have it set up similar as my Mac, where I have a dock, and the dock that I use, which is this is called Object Dock. I use Object Dock, Windows. I use Windows blinds to customize my Windows look. I use that. If you want to know more about that, just ask me in the comments about how to customize your Windows operating system. I haven't, I didn't want to make it look like a Mac completely, because I know how to use Windows. I don't need to have it to be looking like a Mac to know how to use it again. I just have a custom Windows look. Like this is it has a Windows logo down here. I have it to look like that. But no more talking about that. Let's go back into the emulators. I'm going to go into the first Nintendo emulator that I recommend, and I forgot the name of it, but because it's got, some of these emulators got weird names to them. This is like FCEXU. I'm going to put this in the description box. Okay, this is what I use. Okay, some of them don't really have names to them, these emulators. So I'll put a link in the description for all the emulators that I use, from the very first Nintendo all the way to the GameCube and the Wii. The very first Wii, not the Wii U, because anything that is still being used, like the PS3, the Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS4, especially PS4 and Xbox One, of course they're still being used. But anything that's still being used, they don't have emulators for them. So I can't help you out with the emulator of the PS3, Xbox 360. The only newest console that I could help you out with is the Wii one, and I'll get into that here in a second. So this is the Nintendo, okay, and okay, so I'll put a link in the description for this, like I said, okay. So you're gonna go to config. Once you have your whatever controller you're using, since I'm showing you my PlayStation controller, I'm going to go here. Once this is open, go to config, go to video. Okay, make sure that you have it set to the aspect ratio of your monitor. Mine is 1920 by 1200, so I have it for that. And bitmap, pixel map 32, I have it maxed out. Since this is emulating an old system, it shouldn't need too much memory on your computer. But still, I would recommend getting a really good computer. Like what I have is the Alienware Aurora R4, so that's what I have. So I'm using this to do all my gaming stuff, my video editing. I got NVIDIA GeForce GTX 780. It's a really nice graphics card. There are newer graphics cards that just came out that are a bit better, but what I have is fine for right now. It's still pretty new, and it does pretty good stuff with it. So I got a really nice graphics card. So okay, and enter full screen mode. Okay, once game is after game is loaded, Alt enter. Full screen is Alt enter. Okay, so I want that set up like that. Okay, close. Okay, so then okay, okay, I got it to go in here. I don't want to be in full screen because my screen recorder does not record in full screen on most applications that are like gaming stuff, gaming applications, so it won't record in full screen. But I have a program that if you're going to really want to do full screen recording and something like Camtasia Studio won't allow you to do it, use this program to record in full screen without any problems. Action. Okay, here's why I say action, and I'm going to show you here. Okay, you use this program. Okay, and I have it set to this because it records myself. It shows me in the video wherever I want it. So I'm going to go in the off settings here, and I'm going to go to this. It'll show me wherever I want myself to be at, and okay. It's probably not going to show my webcam right now because I'm using Camtasia Studio, but it would show it wherever, like on the top right or the left or bottom right or bottom left. It would do that. But since I'm already using it, my webcam, which is Logitech C920, I have to I have to one at a time. So I'm using Camtasia Studio right now. But this is the program that you get. You're gonna have to pay for this though. They have like a 10-day trial or 30-day trial. I'm not really sure on that, but it has a trial version of it. And this is like $30 if you want to get the full version of it and not be limited and have to pay for it. You're gonna have to pay for it anyways if you want to use it past the trial. And it's only $30 and it's worth it. So I got this, and it's Action. The company that makes it is called Mills, but the program's Action. It's really nice, and it records full screen PC gameplays of any program that you're doing PC gameplays on. Like, of course, you're doing your Steam games, and it record that in full screen. And anything that you record will be here. In this area, anything that you record, and then you can export it out to. It's going to come in a big file size. What I would do is I would, after you're done recording it, export it into the original format, like to the size of your monitor. Mine's 1920 by 1200. So I would export it to that size and record it in that size, and then it'll go to 1080p. So I would do that. And so this is what I use. You can go into games and applications. All this does, it just records your gameplay. It doesn't really get your audio. What you would have to do is probably open up another program for that. And if you want just your gameplay and your audio, but not your video of yourself, what you would do is you would get let's go to what is it called? I already forgot the name of that program. Once it comes up, it's called Audacity. Yeah, Audacity is the name of the program. So Audacity. Okay, so this is what I use for, which is Audacity. What I would use if I wasn't recording myself on my webcam or anything, I just wanted to record my voice and get the gameplay, I would use this. So for anything that I do gameplay wise without my webcam. So we do this, we press record, and it'll record whatever I'm saying like I am now. Hello, this is me, Brandon Parker, talking, saying hi, hello, hello, okay. And it'll record whatever I'm saying like I am now. Hello, this is me, Brandon Parker, talking, saying hi, hello, hello, okay. Okay, so now what you would do is you would save this in MP3 or WAV format, whatever you want to save it to, wherever you want to save it as. And of course, I don't need to go too much into that. And then that's it on that. And so that's what I use. And Audacity is a free program that you can get to just record if you don't want to record yourself, which I don't really use that option anymore for the fact that nowadays a lot of people want to record, show themselves now, and for me, I'm one of those people that I rather show myself anyways, because it's better to know who I am and who you're watching, because it's kind of lazy. I feel lazy when I see, or I feel like it's lazy, you're lazy if you're not showing yourself in your videos. So yeah, especially if you're doing something like gameplay videos, which a lot of people don't really take that much time editing into them. So that's why I say that it's kind of lazy if you're not showing yourself in your videos, which it's really nice to show yourself so people know who you are. And so now I'm going to open up, okay, let's go into Classic Games, Nintendo Emulators. I'm going to go to Nintendo Emulator, and the very first Nintendo one. And I use FCEUX, which it's really hard, it doesn't really have a name to it, so we're going to run it. And then it's not on full screen right now, but you can just go to configure, and it can go to full screen. Let's go to open up first. Configure your display, input display, directions, all that. Video, what do you want to be in? Full screen. Video is full screen. Do I have it enter full screen after game is loaded? No, I don't have it for that. So 1920 by 1200. I want, when it goes in full screen, I want it to be that. I'm just gonna leave it in Windows mode just to show you this a little bit. So we're gonna go to Open ROM, and I don't know if I mentioned this already or not, but search in Google for NES ROMs, Super Nintendo ROMs, any classic games. Search for them on Google, and for the PlayStation and older console, like PlayStation ones, any ones that were on CD and are getting up there in size, like first PlayStation, PS2, those are going to be ISO files. The rest from Sega on earlier are ROMs. So this one's a ROM. And I'm going to go into Back to the Future. So what I'm going to have to do is make sure, okay, I have my, this open up still. And what I have the profile set to is, okay, we have this set to Xbox 360 emulator. Okay, so it's going to confuse some of you guys if you're watching this and you're like, what the hell does he have for his controls? But you can set it to however you want, as long as you have DS3 tools for your PS3 controller, or PS4 maybe. I don't know about PS4 yet because I don't have one, because I'm yet to get one, only for the fact that they haven't been good games out for it yet. So that's why, especially this year, there haven't been any good games for it, and this is really the first year that's really been out. It came out back in October of last year, and I'm yet to see a good game for it. So press start, okay, and we're going to go into Back to the Future on this, as you can see, and I'm just going to do just a little bit of this, and okay, just to show you what it looks like. It runs pretty nice with my graphics card and everything, and there and that way. So I'm just going to not go too much more with this. I'm just going to hit a few more enemies and then move right along with this past, because this ain't a gaming channel, this is more tutorials. So, okay, escape for that and pause the game, and then I'm going to exit out. What else can you do in the configuration settings that this allows you? Mostly sound, force 8-bit sound, quality highest quality sound. 48, I put it at 48, okay? And yeah, that on the emulator. Just play around with the configuration settings. inputs, whatever gamepad that you have, you can configure it, up, down, or whatever, up, down, you can change it to whatever you want. It should pick it up. If not, make sure that you have this open if you're using your PS3 controller, because if you close out of this, it ain't gonna work. So we're gonna, I guess that's it on this emulator for the Nintendo. So now we're gonna go on to another emulator, the next one, which is the N60. Well, we can go to the Sega one. Let's go to the Sega, okay, emulator. We go to the emulator folder. It's Fusion. Is the name of the emulator, so it's Fusion for both Mac and Windows. So if you're using Mac or Windows, it's Fusion. Okay, and you go to File, and if you're gonna load a ROM, do the 32X ROM. The other ones are CDs. I don't really mess with that too much. Just the 32X ROM. Look for it wherever it's located. So it'd be Sega Genesis games, and okay, here go to. Okay, so I got this, Simpsons, all this, other games here. Let's look for Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, just a game everyone knows from Sega. Okay, Sega actually died out, and they still make games, but they don't have a console anymore. And they're pretty much still pretty much dead, because other than Sonic, they really don't exist anymore. They failed. Their console wasn't that impressive, and Xbox could go that way because they're not impressive themselves. For today's time, Xbox is just not that good anymore, and it's trying to be a competitor to PlayStation. As you can see, PlayStation came out way before Xbox was thought of, so you can see that there. And this is what I'm just gonna finish this going fast. This is a pretty easy level to beat. It's not that hard. That's why I'm just going to complete it. Let's run through it real quick. I got 57 rings. Got 67 now. And I got a big one there. Saying that I got about 67 ring bonus. And yeah, so that's it there on the Fusion for the dang Sega emulator. So it's Fusion. It's on 3.64. Okay. So we're gonna exit out of this. So that's the Sega emulator. And then the next emulator, if you want to play older games, would be go back to Nintendo, and it's the 64. And emulator is Project 64. Okay. So this is the emulator for the Nintendo 64. So we're gonna open up the ROM. Okay. Whatever ROM or a recent one, wherever it's located on your computer, you would do that. Super Mario 64. Okay. Option configure controller plugin. Make sure it's set to the whatever you want. Mine's Xbox 360 wireless, because this is emulating it. So I have it set to the Xbox 360 to emulate, so that's easier, because most PC only games like Batman and not Call of Duty, because they only play on a keyboard, but it sucks really bad. So like Batman and other games for PC, Batman and Arkham Asylum games or Arkham games are Xbox 360 enabled. I know Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 1 and 2, because they're controller enabled with the Xbox 360. So that's why I have it set that way on DS3 tools for my PS3 controller. Okay, so it's set to the way that you want. Okay, and then get into the game.
Hello.
Okay, press start. Okay, go to here, and yeah. So this is Project 64. Okay, have the controller set to the way you want. You're gonna have to play around with it, because of course this is the PS3 controller, so you're gonna be a bit confused because it's set up differently than the Nintendo 64, but not much. You don't see much of a difference. This is the zoom in and out, so I don't mess around with that too much. I usually use the left control stick to move them around and all that. And that's pretty much it on the Project 64. And you got it for Mac as well. So Project 64 is Mac and PC. They have a version for both operating systems. Okay, not sure about Linux. I'll get more into Linux later on in the future. I've done one video on Linux, but I need to do more on it just to talk about it a little bit more. This is just a game that I'll probably get into in the future video on my gaming channel. Later on, maybe if you want to see RoboCop. I showed you Nintendo, Sega a little bit, and let's go into GameCube and Wii. Dolphin is the emulator for the GameCube and Wii. It works for both GameCube and Wii. So we go to Dolphin, and I'm going to jump right into the Wii one since they sit right here already. So we're going to go to New Super Mario, and we're going to go to our Wii remote and make sure that emulate the remote is selected, and then set it to however you want. You're going to have to play around with it because it's going to get really uncomfortable. So it's just designed differently, so you got to play around with it. But one big thing to know is never select any of these. Just leave it on none. Leave it on blank, okay, which is none. And just play around with this, okay, on these controls here, okay. It should say, if you have DS3 tools, you should, it's emulating, it should have that selected, okay. And it should allow you move this. You can see all this moving when you have the button selected. It should allow you to control it, okay. And then play around with that, and then okay, so once you have it set the way that you want, you go to the game that you want to play. Okay, all these are ISO files, so make sure that you have them in ISO. You go to File, Open, and we're gonna go like this is the GameCube. So GameCube is an ISO file, and this is Legend of Zelda. So okay, I'm gonna open it up, and it's the Legend of Zelda for the GameCube version, because they have there is a Wii version of the game. I actually have that one too. So okay, so then okay, so this is the game. This is what it looks like, full screen and everything. Looks pretty nice, pretty good, pretty cool. And okay, so load the game, started it up. I didn't press start. I just pressed circle. Clear. I don't want to name my character. Okay, I didn't want to name him. I just left it. And see, it's not lagging whatsoever because I got a good graphic card. And this is where it's on the Dolphin emulator where it starts to where it might lag. So you got to be careful on this part here because it could lag. So it's running pretty nice. And you can see that. I'm not gonna really go too much into it because I'm going to show you the PS1 and the PS2 emulator after this. So we're going to exit out right now. I just wanted to show you that it runs smoothly because I got a good graphics card, just to let you know if you want to emulate this and record it at the same time like I am when I'm using Action, if I haven't mentioned that already. Okay, so now I'm just going to get out of here on this. So let me escape out of this. Do I want to stop the emulator? Yes. And you're gonna have to wait when you're recording and trying to exit out at the same time. Give it a second because it might freeze your computer. So just give it a second and let it load out. And this is the Wii now. I'm gonna go to Mario Kart now on the Wii. So this is Mario Kart. Okay. Give it a second again to load it up. Okay. It's a little slow, but it'll load up. And usually what I do is I have it already loaded up before I start recording, so that it doesn't, you don't have to wait. And I don't like to see the menu, the game's menu. So that's another reason why. Okay, select that. You can do this D-pad thing. Okay. And I'm not going to do an entire race, I'm just going to get it started. Okay, so I'll go to Grand Prix on this, I guess. Or Grand Prix, I guess. I don't know. I say Grand Prix because that's what it pretty much spelled as, Grand Prix, Grand Prix, or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Waluigi, okay. Different vehicles. They modify this a little bit with the Wii U version, the newer stuff. Automatic, of course, because nobody likes manual. Nobody cares about manual in the vehicles. Because if you do manual, it's going to be hard to control your car. It's going to be, but manual is closer to like real life. And the music is kind of laggy on this. So my mouse is still showing. Gotta hide that. I gotta control it. Okay. Let's see. Don't ever get the upside down ones. I must have got. Yeah, I'm playing this on hard. But it's really hard now. Yeah, I usually start off on hard, but what you would do if you're playing a game like this, start off on easy, unlock everything on easy, and then unlock everything on medium and then hard. Only for the fact that you get certain stuff for doing it that way. Okay. And then, so yeah. See, I gotta reset the controls on this. Just look at that. That's not very nice at all. Okay, so that's it on this emulator for the GameCube and the Wii. So now I'm going to show you the... Let me show you the dang PlayStation and the PS2 one. Okay, let's go to the... Here, okay, PlayStation. And we're going to go to PlayStation emulators. We're going to PlayStation 1, and it's this one. Okay, it's the PSX emulator for the PlayStation. It's on 1.90 as of right now, I believe. And we're going to run ISO, and you're going to search for an ISO here that you have. Spyro the Dragon. Okay, Spider-Man. Okay, we're going to do Spider-Man. Okay, give it a second to load up. It'll load, but it's just how the emulator is and the ISO file. If you have the original CD, it would probably load a lot faster as long as the CD is not damaged. Okay, go into this. Okay, we got Spider-Man. It's based off the comics. This one is just Spider-Man the game, and came out in 2000. So it's right when the PlayStation was ready, coming up on its end and getting ready for the PS2. This game came out. Okay. Continue. Oh, we can't go to continue because I need a new game. And I have to put this kind of in full screen, but not all the way. Let's go to okay. And then okay, we got it on hard. Okay, and I'm just gonna show you
technology,
showing you that it's not lagging and
how it works.
Pretty good. I'm gonna skip the intro and all that stuff. You don't need to get into that unless you want to play the game yourself.
Welcome, true believers and newcomers alike.
Some of the
Spider-Man
emulators that I
co-creator
use
Stan
right
Lee
now,
here.
and I
Once again, we find our hero Peter Parker, better known around the world as the Amazing Spider-Man, in a heap of trouble.
So this
But
is
this.
I'm trying to skip all that. Oh, you can? Okay, that's cool. So this is me moving now. Okay. Okay, do this. Oh, I gotta watch it. Okay, I can do this. Okay, you can swing and all that stuff. I ain't gonna mess around with Spider-Man too much.
I have to stop wasting time.
So this is the PCSX, or PSX, anyway. Yeah, it's the PSX one, okay? It used to be PCSX, but it's the PSXE, whatever. I'll put a link in the description to this one, okay? So you can play this one if you want on the PlayStation, okay? So exit out of that. Let's go to the PS2 emulator now. PS2, PC, it's PCSX2 on this one. And I would go to the newer one, actually. The newest version is this one. And system, you would go to config. Most of these you can configure controllers. It goes to controller pad, plug in, all that stuff. Which input that you have on your computer hooked up. And we go to controller, not the plugin, but we want to, let's see, yeah, it's video, change your video plugin, controller pad, pad 1, set it out to how you want it. If you had a second controller on there, mostly meant for 2, but most people that are playing on their computer emulating these probably going to be playing by themselves, one player anyways. So that's why most of them only have 2 players, because they do have extenders for back in the day for some of them for 4 people, but nobody, if in this situation, it'd be pointless to have 4 people because you're on your computer and nobody really does that. So okay, so we get out of there, go to, I have it set to boot full or boot fast. I set it to boot fast anyways, just to skip the menu itself, actual load screen. And I have it set to Terminator. So okay, so this is, I'm going to show you a little bit of this and then move on to my PS3 one, because this is the PS2 emulator. And the PS3 one is not an emulator, it's Game Capture HD, and it does flicker on the cutscene stuff. And okay, so we're gonna go to new game. Okay, and we're just gonna skip that because it's flickering there. I may need to get a new ROM or whatever on this, or ISO file, because after the Sega, it's their ISO files. Anything with CDs are ISO files. So this is CD, GameCube is CD, Wii is CD.
All TechCom units, I'm redeploying to Rendezvous Point Bravo. Squads Yuma and Zulu evacuate this base and don't leave anything behind for Skynet. T-850, I've got your video feed. Are you receiving me?
I'm gonna go this way. Okay, it's time to go this way.
Excellent.
We got 2, and I know this game pretty well, but it's good and bad at the same time. I like that it's first person, it's pretty good there. And then when it goes into the movie part of the game, it's very crappy. And I'll do more of a review on this this beginning part, the first, like, let's say 4 parts of the game is really good, but then I hate it after that. So, yeah, when it goes into the scenes from the movie, I don't like the scenes from the movie because it's flat and boring. And the movie was done well and stuff, so that's why I say that. Okay, we're gonna exit out of this. Okay, escape to exit out. On most emulators, you can press escape to get out, or you can just press the X button if you're not in full screen. So, okay, so close out of this, and this should close out. And then I go here, okay, of course this is what I'm using to record right now, okay, which is action right here, and my settings on action, okay, what I have, okay, I used the middle one on action. If I haven't set it yet to use this, you have to pay for it, so it's like $30, but it's got a trial version with it, and it's nicely done. It's a very good recorder that I use for all my gaming stuff that I want to do. I use this, and of course the other thing that I use for gaming a lot is my Game Capture HD, and it comes with a little device, which I'll show you at the end of the video after I'm done talking about all this stuff. So we're gonna open up Game Capture HD. Oh, it's already running. Okay, I got this. Okay, this game file here. Okay, okay. I got this here, this. Okay, and then I'm gonna open up my editing software. Let's go to Start Task Manager and make sure that, because sometimes for some reason Adobe Premiere Pro doesn't want to close out. So I go here and Adobe Premiere Pro CS6, and I use action when I'm doing PS3 gameplays. I use action to use for the webcam part. Just a little on the top right corner. I use it for that. So it's under gaming template, and it's gonna say it's missing because I need to replace it because I deleted it. My part that I recorded from the last time I did a gameplay, I deleted it to save space. So it would be here where it's all red. It would show me there, and you'll see it here. I'll go to my one of my videos on my gaming channel, YouTube, and then I go to my channel. Okay, and half the YouTubers I'm subscribed to, I need to unsubscribe to them because they're don't deserve what they have. I feel like I work harder than they do, and I care about my channel more than most of them do. They're just like, they feel like they're falling apart and getting lazy, and I'm trying to do whatever I can to put myself out there. And tutorials and gameplays are the only thing I could do right now, which mainly for me, the main thing I've been, see, showing myself right here. So it would be like right there, but I deleted it, so that's why it's red. So you see me there, and this is my watermarker course. I created this in Photoshop. I created that in Photoshop, and what else did I create in Photoshop? Oh, this, the outro, this part. Of course, it's blank again because I deleted that. That's where the video would go. My previous video that I recorded would go there, and then this is my outro. I have it set there. My this right here. For me, when I did this, if I just want for, if you're using action, okay, just exit out of that, and you use 4-point garbage mat to block out all of this, because you're gonna see this anyways. But I just wanted to show this, so I have it set like that, and it's not totally perfect, but when you watch my channel, like here, you see it here, it looks just fine right there. It's going to look exactly like what you see here. And one thing I kind of like about YouTube right now is they made the video player larger. You can't make it smaller. They widened it up some. So I'm going to have to see if I can play it in a smaller player or something. Or maybe it's the way I have the browser set up. I'm going to have to check on that. So, okay. And I close out of that. That's that. And I use 4-point garbage mat to just block out. See, if I have this showing, see, it's going to show all that. Block out what you don't want to see, which I'm not going to save it anyway, so it's not going to really be messed up. It's messed up now, but I'm not going to save it. Okay, and that's what I have. And then yeah, and so it's pretty much it. All I've showed you so far is pretty much it. What I do for my videos on gameplays and stuff, what I use for emulators, anything like that. Yeah, so if you want to know more, just let me know. Just ask. If you want to know anything about classic games or anything tutorial wise, just ask me in the comments, pretty much, because I just did this video just to get back into doing another video on something. It wasn't really a tutorial that I just did now, but it kind of was, just going into what I do for gameplays, what I do, what I use, and what I recommend that you can use. If you want to use what I'm using, you don't have to use the exact same thing. You can use whatever works best for you. And I also got to remember to always right click and exit out of end process, because sometimes in your processes there'll be stuff back in here that could slow your computer down. Like I got Game Capture HD open, but that's if you don't have as much RAM as I do. 32 gigabytes is a lot. You can actually go up to 64, but for me 32 gigabytes is just fine. In the future I might go to 64, might later on, maybe in 2 years, or maybe in a year from now, maybe I might go to 64 gigabytes of RAM just to speed it up a little more. And probably when I get ready to get a new graphics card, which maybe on the second year that I had this computer, because I just got this back in April, and it's the Alienware Aurora R4 computer with NVIDIA GeForce GTX 780 graphics card. So it's really good, and it runs games really nicely. It doesn't really lag when I record at all. And that's what I got this computer for editing, doing gameplay videos, yeah, and making videos, all that kind of stuff. Wanted to all of that, and it does that. So, because I kind of customized this to, well, I really didn't customize this, like went to the website and got it designed the way that I wanted it. What I did was I went to Amazon, got and looked for one that had what I wanted already made. So it was a lot cheaper that way. Go to Amazon and get your computer. It's a lot cheaper. I would have paid like $5,000 for this if I went through Dell themselves that makes Alienware computers. I would have paid just $5,000, and I paid like 3,600 for this. It was way better to go this way. For the monitor, everything that I got with this, what I wanted, was way cheaper going through Amazon. So go that route. And I also heard the live streaming gaming place that people like to live stream on, Twitch, apparently it was going to be Google that was going to buy it and have it, but apparently Amazon bought them out because they went with Amazon. So Amazon owns Twitch now. I don't know if it's official, but that's what I heard from Twitch, the live streaming place where people go on and live stream mostly gaming stuff, gameplays and all that. So yep, and that's it. Alright, thanks for watching this video, thanks for checking it out, and please subscribe for more tutorial videos. Anything you have questions on, just let me know in the comments down below, as I mentioned before. So, yep, and I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you in my next tutorial video that I do. I'm going to try and do more tutorials from now on. I haven't done one in a while, so I'm going to try to do a lot more this time around, and try to do less gameplay videos. I've been doing a lot of gameplay videos because I'm trying to get more subscribers on my gaming channel, and I'm trying to make that my everyday channel. But I'm going to try to do more tutorial videos because I need to do more, and it's where I got the most subscribers, and it's my most successful channel that I have here on YouTube right now. So I'm going to keep working on trying to do more tutorials. I need more questions, and I need people to ask me what they ask me more questions that'll help me out to decide on what to do on a tutorial, because when I'm doing videos I feel like I'm talking to myself, and it's really hard to really do tutorial on something if I'm just doing it just to do it. And I want to do a tutorial when someone asks me like what do you need, like what they need help with or anything like that, and say, oh, I need help with this, I don't know how to do this, can you show me how to do this? Just ask me and I'll let you know if I know how to do it, and I'll do my best to help you out and do whatever I can, and I'll do a tutorial on that. And like now I just did a video just to do one, just to not feel like I'm leaving this channel behind, because I love doing videos and it's what I want to do. And in the future I would like to do short films and more action stuff, more sci-fi stuff, more editing and camera work and all that stuff, more filming stuff, but I haven't got to that point yet. So I would like to get there eventually here in the future. And the film school hasn't been doing too well for me, and this past semester I pretty much took a break. Not this past semester, but this semester I'm pretty much taking a break this fall semester, and I'm almost done with the film school. And right now I'm at the point where, since I'm not getting much out of it, I just want to finish, want to get done, and I just want to do whatever I can. Right now I'm just doing whatever I can to shoot videos, make videos, and tutorial videos, gameplay videos, whatever I can do to put myself out there so that people can see me and let everyone know that this is what I love doing, making videos and that kind of thing. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Please click that like button. It helps me out a lot, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.